Good evening, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press that like button, please do subscribe. It is Wednesday evening, I'm mentally strained. I've had an ear bashing from my mum. It's also near the anniversary of my brother's death and I don't need idiots taking the piss and being silly. It's not what somebody looks like, it's inside what counts. And if you know, I'm not interested in it, I'm not discussing it anymore. But I've got to go outside feeling battered emotionally. And I'm going to hold myself up well, and I'm taking the camera out with me. And I'm more interested in remembering my dead brother than what I fucking look like. Okay. This is why this is a fucked up world that we live in. Obsessed with what you look like. It's a sick world. It needs medication to make itself better. Like the trolls, the tramps, the harassers that are bullying me. They need medication and help. It sounds like Battersea fucking dog's home outside. That's what it sounds like. And I hope the camera picks it up. All their fucking nonsense. Tired of it. Need to grow up, a lot of them. I've got a mother that needs help and support. I'm emotionally drained. I need help and support. And we've got a bunch of knobheads worried about what somebody looks like. I've got to buy my mum a new washing line. Someone's broken my mother's washing line, so I'm looking to get a washing line for my mum. Because I don't have a washing line and I don't have a garden. I don't have a washing line and I don't have a garden. Just got a balcony. Oh, I don't know what that is. Some dirty piece of crap on the floor. Cleaning in progress. I'm a woman and I do everything myself. Literally. Let's hope we don't find any spanners on the floor this evening. You see, the trouble with this world is people are so fucking selfish, they only worry about themselves and nobody else. That's what's wrong with this shitty shithole of Great Britain. Me, 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 me. don't help each other anymore. It's too fucking selfish. The elderly people can't get help and support, so it's left to older children, because I'm not young. Older relatives to support their elderly parents, and they haven't got the training or support, and it damages your mental health. It damages your mental health, because they can't help getting old, and you're old yourself. Do you know what I mean? My dad used to have a car like that. My father Derek used to have a red car like that. He used to drive me in the caravan park to it. So I'm a woman, right, a female. I've got an elderly mum who needs help and support, and nobody can help her. And someone is tampering with her stuff. And apart from me going up there more often or checking up on her, I don't know what to do. Because I need help and support myself. Because not only did my mother suffer from my dad's abuse, so did I. And as you know, I've suffered harassment since I've lived here, because I opened my mouth and said someone on TikTok, right? I went on TikTok last night, and this woman was drilling late at night. So one of her neighbours knocked on the door and said, "I've got a young child, would you mind stop drilling?" Now, she didn't get cross and she didn't get angry or start a campaign of harassment against the neighbour because she asked the neighbour to stop drilling. The neighbour asked her to stop drilling. So, in fact, I didn't knock on somebody's door. I didn't see them face to face when I didn't actually. I asked them. I didn't complain. I'm not worried. I mean, when you've got an elderly parent and you've got a stressful life, you don't worry about my nails, my makeup. I mean, I can understand it because I was young once, and you don't think in the future. I wish I had done. I don't like being controlled and manipulated, and that's what I feel like is happening when I'm underneath that guy in my flat. He may not be doing anything like controlling me with keys and locking me up inside my flat, but because I suffered harassment, I don't like living in that flat. So I'm not being locked in there with a key. I was called names out of the window, and I was subjected to noise nuisance for over 2.5 years. And just some people just can't get over it, can they? They can't just move on. That's why I'm moving. Not because I'm afraid, I just want to move on. It made me feel awful about myself. There was me. My family couldn't understand it. They said to me, well, you've got a nice new flat. It's a lovely brand new area. What's wrong? And I've seen it happen to a woman before. She was harassed by a bloke. She bought her house. She can't live in it. I tried to explain. I said, because they would come round and they wouldn't hear anything. No, because he was clever. He stopped the... So every time someone came to visit my flat, he either wasn't there and his kids weren't there, or he was there and no noise. And as soon as the person left, the noise would start again, you see. So do you see what I'm trying to say? Is you can buy a brand new house, move into it, and you can have like an altercation with a neighbour, and your life is ruined. And that's what happened to me. Nice new flat, a nice new property, and I couldn't sit down and concentrate for the noise. I couldn't do anything. And when I first moved in, I spent more time out of the flat than I did in it. And I don't know who this guy was, where he came from, why he was doing it at all. And my father passed away during the harassment. I'd lost a considerable amount of weight. I was hardly living at all. Now I've got back on my feet again. I'm not going to let him start manipulating me again with it. I don't know who he is. I don't know why all that happened, but I just want to forget it. So, do you know, I almost didn't come out this evening, but I have. I've come out. I almost didn't, because I need to move out of that flat, and I'm trying to clean up, so I've got another bag of rubbish out. I've thrown another bag of stuff I don't need in the bin. My mum never had proper help when she lost her child. There wasn't help back then at all. None. There's no help now. couldn't get home for lunchtime, the taxi played up. I had a problem with the first taxi. I could have got home earlier, but they said it arrived and I wasn't there, and no taxi arrived at the door, so I had to wait another half an hour for a taxi. Wait a minute, Max. Slowly. The last thing I need, Max, is to twist my ankle. Careful. I want my story heard. I want my mum's story heard, right? And they're just trying to cover it up and hide it and pretend it's coming from somewhere else. Don't you think my brother, you know, deserves to be spoken about? You know, these serial killers that kill people, don't you think their voices need to be heard? It's fucking worrying what I look like. How fucking pathetic. As if I give a shit. This bullying about what you look like is going too far. It seriously is. It's just shameful. And I don't know what my mum's doing, right, but she kept saying it again. People are trying to copy her, be like her. And I know she's trying to help in her own way. I don't get cross. I try not to get cross, but when I think about a little baby that didn't deserve to die, it makes me want to cry. And these cunts are selfish and worrying about what someone looks like. And it's so damn pathetic. So, you want me to get angry on the anniversary of my brother's death? You want me to go around chopping things up and being aggressive on the anniversary of my brother's death? That's absolutely disgusting. Shame on you. Pick him up. No, I'm just a piece of shit that people push around. Right, there's someone wandering around willy-nilly down there, so we're going to go this way. He's probably drunk. This way. Bloody bits of shit in my shoe again. Walking across the field. Right, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm a strong woman and I'm not putting up with any bullshit. And I know my mum makes me cross for a reason. And I'm not standing for any shit. I'm I'm a human being, and I'm not a sex slave or a sex toy either.